So earlier tonight, the dogs had their first real scuffle. And I usually keep my cool really well, and I did okay. Like I didn't freak out or scream or anything like that. Echo has been she just doesn't like Wicket around the rawhide, and she got a little bit possessive of it, and then she was way too intense, and they were in a scuffle. Wicket handled himself really good. He was just doing the correction behavior, but I froze. I've never froze before when it comes to that stuff, but I've never had a giant dog to deal with regarding that. So it was a bit like it took me a good hour to calm down afterwards. We got it worked out. We got the dogs calm, and Levi was like, let's just put her outside after she had, stopped. And I was like, no, they have to work it out. They have to figure things out. And there wasn't any tension between them or anything like that. They were smelling each other. Echo even went up and was like sniffing Wicket's nose really good. Sorry. And she even licked his muzzle a couple of times, like gently, not like obsessively like puppies do. But I froze. It was kind of freaky to me because she's so huge. I stopped and I stared at them for a second, and Levi was reading Elias's night books, before bed on the couch, and I stared at them. It felt like a long time, but it was probably no more than 5 seconds. And I was figuring out, okay, how to get to Echo's collar and how to stay calm and stuff like that. And I got her, and Wicket, of course, he didn't need to be pulled off of her or anything like that because he's older and wiser. He knows how to handle this shit. But it was kind of freaky. They're calm, they're friends again, and we put away the rawhide, and it's just something that we're aware of, and we're going to work on, we're going to do a lot of leave it, and we're going to make her leave the rawhide alone and watch Wicket eat it in front of her, and stuff like that, just to nip it in the bud. But it's normal for her age, she's going through her defiance teenage stage, and since she can't do that stuff with us, she did it with Wicket. But it was crazy because she's huge. I grabbed her collar, I pulled her off of him, and Wicket was, he was defending himself and trying to correct her too, but he's so much smaller than her now. So I'm looking at her right now. She's fine. Just nice and calm like she should be. And afterwards, we made sure to keep our energy and intensity low, but we had to match her physically. So I basically sat on top of her after I got her to lie down on the floor, and Levi froze and he stared because he thought it would just be over in 5 seconds too, but it intensified, so it was kind of freaky. No wounds or anything like that. I examined Wicket over really good, and the cool thing was, after all was calm and everything like that, like Wicket was almost confused at Levi for having his back. And he was doing that thing where he gets up on their knees because Levi called him over and was like, "It's all right, Wicket. I'm not mad at you. You're doing good." And Wicket put up his paws up on Levi's knees when he was sitting down, and Levi was giving him pets and stuff. And afterwards, before Levi gave him loves, he was really sniffing and checking out Levi, making sure he was okay, because he was just a little confused, had no idea what was going on with this whole thing of Levi kind of taking his side. Yeah. Anyway, that's just my little story blib for the night. And we're gonna work on it. Don't worry. We got it figured out. But I was rattled afterwards. You know how I have my delayed reaction? What freaked me out is I froze. I was like, what am I gonna do? But none of us got nipped or snarled at or anything like that in the process. Just dogs being dogs and figuring out their shit, and we're just gonna have Wicket's back in this because he knew exactly what to do. Good dog. Levi sure got, he sure got some, Wicket sure got some brownie points with Levi, so that was good too. Anyway, good night.